It's Daylin with Redeeming Day. How are you guys? It's been a little bit since I posted something. There's a couple of things I want to talk about, but one of them I think is going to have to wait till next week. But what I wanted to talk about today was soul, okay? Soul prosperity. What do you think about your soul? Do you even think about your soul? Do you know that there's a difference between your soul and your spirit? I know for the first 40 years of my life, I didn't know there was a difference, but there totally is. It says in Thessalonians that we are a three-part being, right? We're three parts. We're spirit, we're soul, and we're body. Well, what does that mean? Well, our soul is our mind, our will, and our emotions. Our soul is what we think about, right? When we're talking about megacognitive, when we're talking about think about what you're thinking, that's your soul. Our body is obviously our physical body, right? When we get born again, our physical body doesn't necessarily change, right? Our body stays the same. But when we do receive Jesus, what changes? Our spirit is completely renewed into the Spirit of God, right? That's the difference in the three-part being. So that's a way too big of a topic and to go into in just a 4 or 5 minute video. But soul prosperity is something I've really been thinking about lately because it's what we really are intentional every day with our decisions, with what we're focusing on, all of those sorts of things. The obvious in our body, right? We can take care of our health. We can take care of our bodies. We can work on being strong and healthy, all of those great things. But our soul is where we have this valve between the spirit and the body. So if our soul is opened up to the Spirit of God, if our soul is opened up to renewing our mind, like I'm always talking about, if our soul is up to listening to what God has to say to us, is staying connected with our spirit, then I'm going to tell you that flows down into our body. I know it does. Why do you think we feel better, when we take a walk and we are out in the fresh air and we've got our soul thinking about good things in our mind? That's just what's been going on with me lately. So I thought that might be a key for somebody to realize that when you are thinking about what you're thinking, that's your soul, that's your mind. And when you make decisions, either emotionally or on purpose, that's all happening in your soul. It says in 3 John 1:2, I think it says, Beloved, I wish above all things that you would prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. Well, how do we get our soul to prosper? By renewing our mind, by digging into good videos, by searching out what God's will is for us, finding out the will of God, and then following through, right? Listening to Him, staying connected, like I'm always saying, abiding, sitting, planting our butts in a chair with a cup of coffee and saying, God, we're going to be together today, whether it's 5 minutes or however long it is, because that is how our soul prospers. So if you didn't know that, that's probably a good key to think about, to just go to the Father and ask Him, just say, wow, is my soul prospering? I don't know. Well, I'm going to tell you, I do know my soul is prospering. And when you know the keys and the steps to take to do that, I'm going to tell you, your day's going to go a lot better. So I sure appreciate you following me and listening to me. I want to talk about some things in the next couple of weeks that I'm doing, which are helping my soul prosper, helping my body prosper too. But knowing that my spirit alive in me is God's spirit, that is my identity. And that's what keeps me focused. That's what keeps me having joy, right? Even when the circumstances around me aren't necessarily good. So we talked about that before, the difference between joy and happiness. Joy is deep in you. Joy is being able to have a peace in your soul, a peace in your spirit, and a peace in your body, no matter what storm is raging. So I have some kind of good things to say about that, and I want to keep talking about them. So thank you for listening. God bless you guys. Have a great day. Talk soon. Bye-bye.